Hey Visionary, it is Freelance Friday. Woo! I am so happy to have you back. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 things they don't tell you when you are pursuing your grant writing certification. So I have a total of 6 certifications, guys. Which may sound like, oh man, you got a lot of certifications. Yeah, but it's actually kind of embarrassing. I am a huge education nerd. And so for me, it was just super important to get as many certifications under my belt as I could because I thought that that would make me feel more qualified. It absolutely didn't. The only thing that made me feel more qualified was actually just jumping in. So since I've been doing this for a little bit at this point, I wanted to share with you the 3 things that they didn't tell me when I was seeking any of the 6 certifications. Let's go ahead and get into it. Welcome to Nothing for Granted, a space for aspiring grant writers who are tired of feeling undervalued, underpaid, and overworked by your understaffed nonprofit. Hi, my name is Eliana, grant writer, grants consultant, and freelance coach for Christian entrepreneurs. I live for long-distance cycling rides, iced chai lattes, and outdoor adventures with my 4 little beasts. I teach you grant writing strategies and freelance tactics that set you apart when launching and scaling your Holy Spirit-led business. I too was paralyzed by those questions. So paralyzed, in fact, that I launched my business twice, thinking maybe I should take another training because, underqualification. Well, 5 certifications on my wall later. But what if I told you that with a little basic knowledge and next to no experience, you too could launch a successful and sustainable freelance grant consulting business while pursuing that degree, raising littles, and maybe getting a tan on the beach? Permission granted to stop feeling guilty over leaving behind that organization that has you stagnant and to confidently and boldly step into the most elevated version of who you were created to be. You're here for encouragement, accountability, and a slight tough love kick in the butt. No goals, just standards. Lace up your combat boots, tighten up that ponytail. Girl, it's time to get to work. So number 1 is doubling up on program planning. Program planning is just such a valuable tool to have in your arsenal, especially if your dream client is a startup. And if you guys haven't heard the series on niching down and determining your dream clients, then definitely go back and listen to those prior episodes. Program planning, especially if your dream client is a startup, is going to be so important for you because there's a lot of information that they don't know. There's a lot of education that goes into just getting them what I call grant ready. And so it's important that you know how to develop a program so that you can help them. Also, of course, it's an upcharge, which is great for you. It really helps them see you as the expert, not just as a grant writer, but a more holistic expert. So I would definitely encourage you to just pursue program planning. In my case, I did not pursue any additional certifications or anything like that in program planning, but through my studies in college and, of course, my work with nonprofits, I have learned sufficient information so that, I can defend myself, I can help my organizations, and we can create a program that's going to be successful, and I can kind of see the areas of opportunities, ask the right questions, etc. So program planning is definitely something that you should know at least a little bit about so that you can pretty much pinpoint, okay, this is an opportunity that you have as an organization. Maybe these are some ways, some ideas that we can better this program, we can improve it. Number 2 is specializing in 1 to 3 subject niches. So why do I say that? because if you guys have listened to my prior episode about niching down, it enhances your chances of success. It really helps you narrow down who do you serve, and that way you're not just going around trying to market to everybody. You're not just going around taking whatever projects land on your lap. You know exactly what it is that you like to do, that you're good at doing, what it is that you're knowledgeable about. And so I wish that I had known that earlier on, because I would have wasted so much less time would I have known what my 3 niche subjects are. Do you wish you could be picky about the organizations you worked with? You could take vacations without feeling guilty and returning to a million 911 emails because there's no one else that does what you do. I know what it feels like to work a million jobs outside of your own, to be the digital marketer, the web designer, the program director, and the food bank distributor, along with completing your job as grant writer. I know what it feels like to be undervalued and undercompensated regardless of my work ethic and the results I brought to the table. Eventually, I got sick and tired of feeling unfulfilled and stagnant at my job. And so I created the Grant Writing Business Blueprint as my journal entry to you. I teach you how to transition into entrepreneurship with limited time in the day, limited money to start up, and a no-fluff strategy you can implement with confidence. You'll be able to build your business on your own time using the skills you already have in a way that's unique to your talents and gifts outside of just grant writing. In 7 weeks, you are going to walk away with an action plan to launch, a strategy to market yourself, how to secure clients. I'm giving you a workbook to follow along with. You'll have a community behind you to hold you accountable through the entire process. I'll also teach you some additional revenue streams like project planning, admin that go right along with your skill set, not to mention tons of bonuses like pricing, workflow, and must-have resources. They say a good grant writer is worth their weight in gold. You try saying that 10 times fast. If you're ready to stop making pennies, stop playing small, and you want to step into your destiny, I'll meet you inside the Grant Writing Business Blueprint course. Join me at bit.ly/Grant Writing Business Blueprint. I will see you inside. Number 3 is sharpening up on your soft skills. So soft skills are skills that are not typically learned. They're really emotionally focused, if you will, or just tied into emotions. Some of these are work ethic, adaptability, leadership skills, innovative thinking. So these are just a few of them. There's a ton and you can Google them, but soft skills really take additional effort to learn versus hard skills, which are mostly more technical. Soft skills are ones like empathy, which I've talked before about. I had like no empathy skills, and for the 3 years that I worked at a Fortune 500 company, that was quite literally beat into me. It was something that I intentionally, even on my own outside of my coachings, I had to learn how to be empathetic towards clients, towards owners, so that I can be successful at my job. And so it's really important that you sharpen up on your soft skills because you're going to need them. Innovative thinking, for example, it's really important for us to get out of our own head, out of seeing black and white, and start seeing opportunities for grant funding in a way that's different, in a way that's creative. So innovative thinking is huge as a grant writer. Adaptability as well, especially if you're like me. I work with a lot of international organizations or organizations that have different time zones. And so you have to be adaptable. You have to be open to different cultures. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to have a solid work ethic. Again, these are soft skills that you don't typically learn. They are more innate, but with intentionality, which of course is just a common word here on this podcast, with intentionality, you can develop and sharpen these skills so that you can be a successful grant writer. So today's episode is short, but these are the 3 things that I wish I would have known sooner through any of my grant writing certifications that I took. If you guys have any additional ones that you would like to add to this list, please go ahead and send them to me on Instagram at Buffalo Ambition Co, or you can send them to me via email at buffaloambitionco@gmail.com. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next episode. You have a wonderful weekend, visionary. Many blessings. Before you go, don't forget to rate, review, and share this podcast with a friend that needs to hear it. See you in next week's episode.